Hey everybody, it's Kevin here from Happy Beard Games, and today we're doing a You Mean You Haven't Played It Yet video, which I'm recommending for you guys. If you have not played this game yet, check it out on the Atari 2600, and that game is Demon Attack. Yeah! By iMagic. You're going to be shooting some demons with your space-style cannon, and it's kind of like a Space Invaders, kind of like a Galaga Galaxian type thing, but it has its own unique twist and nice colors. Solid gameplay, slow gameplay, but still very fun. And it's by iMagic, so the cart is a little bit different than your normal Atari cart. It's got some ridge here, and you can kind of grip onto it. It's almost a little bit like an NES game, a little bit, I guess. And it's got this nice foil cover. Now, I also have this game on the Intellivision, but we're not able to play it because I don't have the console yet. So this is what the Intellivision looks like on here, and this is the Atari 2600, a little bit smaller, of course. But they still have that iMagic design, and the Intellivision has the nice artwork a little bit bigger, which is kind of interesting, but it doesn't have the same title, so it's a little different. Just wanted to show you that. We're jumping into Demon Attack today on Happy Beard Games'. You Mean You Haven't Played It Yet?
You mean you haven't played it yet?
I think we can just start by pushing the button. So let's jump in. This is a spaceship shoot 'em up shooter game, and I'm not too familiar with it, but it's a lot of fun from what I have played before, and that was only like one day. So you are on the bottom screen, or I am on the bottom screen, and I'm shooting stuff that look like flying birds. They have like a bird pattern, but they're demons, and you're shooting these demons with your gun, your cannon. And in the lower right corner, you've got part of the HUD under the flat land, which shows your lives, I'm assuming. There's nothing else to do. There's no special attack. This isn't like Defender, where you've got a special ability you can use. There's no moving up. There's no moving down. It's not like Galaga. And you've got Galaga. You can move up and down in Galaga. I don't think so. I'm thinking of Xevious. But yeah, you've got different enemies to shoot, and I'm pretty sure that once you get to a later wave, there's some really cool enemies in this game. Like, I think there's either smaller enemies or these guys like split up into two, and I thought that was really cool. But other than that, this is a really simplistic shooter game, but it's one of those games that's pick up and play, you know what to do right away. It's a lot of fun. Why am I having a hard time getting this guy? They're kind of jittery. They fly around like little birds, and oh yeah, we got these enemies shooting different types of. I don't even know how I got hit there. It didn't look like I got hit, but I guess I did. That was weird. Okay, well, we got one man down. You can see I've already racked up a few extra lives here. I believe those are extra lives in the corner there. I'm pretty sure that's what it would be. It could be a level counter, but no, because it started out with 3. This last guy. They kind of stay in the corner, and then they have a good sense of dodging you. It's not like a pattern necessarily. They have a dodging to kind of avoid you. Wow, I got double shot. I didn't realize I respawned that fast. Wow. That one guy's getting me like left and right. He's the only one shooting. That's kind of weird. Only one of them really attacks at a time. At least on this part of the game. I can take down the other guys first and just dodge his attacks, or do I have to kill the shooting guy first, or in order to make the wave stop? It's really hard to sneak in there and shoot him when he's doing that. You get these little guys, a little bit smaller. Yeah, they do. They split up into 2. Of course, we ran out there. And now there's a flash here, but it's not a bright Atari flash. It's just like a rainbow road effect. Well, let's start another round. This is a fun game. I know I'm kind of like talking all this technical talk about the game during it. There isn't that much to say, so we're just going to have some fun for the rest of this. We're going to try it a total of 3 times, just like we did in the Defender video. And it's just a fun game. It has that Galaga, Space Invaders, Galaxian, early shoot 'em up feel. You're not like traveling across the land like you would in Star Force. You're not, or Xevious or something like that, or even a modern shooter. You're just kind of sitting there shooting these guys coming on, and the demons are flapping their wings. You just shoot at them, and they shoot back. It's very simple. but the enemy types get kind of varied later on, as we saw really briefly last round. Yeah, it's weird because there's only one guy shooting at a time. Like, the guy in the front row is the only one that does the shooting for the enemies. I didn't notice that last time I played, because I didn't pay too much attention to it. I also don't remember it being this hard. I did switch the difficulty selectors on the console to A. I don't know what they were set to before, and I don't have the manual for this. I looked up the manual for this on Atari Age, to be honest, but I forgot to check out, like, if there was any other modes on the switches, any other difficulty settings. So if you have any questions about that, just go check Atari Age's page for this, in, like, the game section where it shows all the games. Search for Demon Attack, and you'll know, or you can ask me, and I'll probably have looked it up by the time I finish this video, and by the time it's uploaded. Wow, that guy's tough. Ah, already! I'm trying to get out of this little corner. It's like, when he shoots you, I think you have to go to the right. I was trying to go to the left, and it just kept shooting me so fast that I couldn't move fast enough to get out of there. That was kind of not cool. That was not cool, man. Alright, here we go. I want to get in the groove. So that looks like rain, the way it's coming down. You got these little guys. Even the little ones are... Oh! Ah, he's coming at me! Oh, the guy was like... He was coming a little too close to me. And then he disappeared, so he must have, like, sort of like a kamikaze type thing. I don't know, it's weird. Just coming at me. I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, those little guys, they just kind of charge at you after a while. Like, I don't know if I can even shoot them when they're that close. Okay, we gotta get an extra life eventually. Oh! Oh! I don't know what to do! These guys are so fast. Okay, we got one. Come on. Yes, we got that guy. Oh! No! I kind of walked into that one. 980 points. Now, the point system is a little bit lower than most of the Atari games we've been playing, like Missile Command and Defender. We haven't probably seen Missile Command yet, because I haven't uploaded that yet. But those games, the points are pretty big. Like, you'll get an extra life at every 1,000 points? Or 10,000 points. I'm starting to forget. But I think it's 10,000. Because on that game, I've made it up to over 200,000 points on Missile Command, and I've made it a decent amount on Defender, as we saw last time on You Mean You Haven't Played It Yet. But this is a game, speaking of You Mean You Haven't Played It Yet, this is a game that you should check out because it's simple, it's probably inexpensive. I got it with Video Games Monthly. I also have this on the Intellivision, by the way, guys, so it's multi-platform. It's probably easy to come by. I don't think it would be on any Atari collections. I know it's not on the Flashback 2, and that's because it's by the company iMagic, and the cart is a little bit different than your normal Atari cart. Like, the actual design of the cart is it's a completely different design. It's not shaped the same and all that, and the label looks different too. It's by iMagic. The Intellivision cart actually looks very similar to the cart for this game. I'm assuming on Intellivision there's no need for the overlays on the controllers, the little overlays that go through the controller that tell you the controls. But this is a very simple game, and on Atari, of course, just uses one single button. It's really a fun game, but it's not very fast-paced. And my only issue with it right now isn't really an issue in the game design. It's just like you saw when I got shot there, I lost 3 or 4 lives right at a time. That's probably going to happen again on this final turn. But like once you get in there and you're getting shot by that guy right there, how fast he's moving, you can't move. You can barely move fast enough to get out of the shot. By the time you respawn, you're almost stuck there unless you're really reacting. I kind of wish it would respawn you, not where you die, but like it'll restart you. I wish it would restart you like somewhere else on the map or on the game screen, you know, because you can get stuck underneath them, and that kind of feels unfair. Like, I don't want to start right where I died if the guy's still there shooting at me and I can't shoot right when I spawn. So it's that's a little tricky. That's something I gotta work on this. And it seems like I got past. Yeah, I'm at the part with the little spread out. The guys that split off, I mean. Not spread out, but split off. And, oh. Came in a little close. I don't want to get one of those when they're landing. But it's kind of dangerous getting that close to you. It's kind of nice that only one of them really attacks you at a time. It kind of... Oh, whoops. Ran into that one. But it is kind of nice having that, you kind of just get to relax and shoot the ones in the back. They kind of did that on, Galaga, but that was just because there were patterns, and each enemy had their own little pattern. Oh, well, we're getting stuck here. Okay, these little ones you can dodge a little bit more, like what I was saying, where it feels like you're getting stuck underneath them when they're shooting you. Oh, he crashed right into me. They're getting smarter. Or at least faster. But with the little guys, you can kind of dodge your way out of those shots, so that's not as much as a problem with these guys, I don't think. Oh, that was nice. Oh, wait. Can I hold down the button for a faster shot? I got a lot higher score that time, by the way. Way over 1,000. Over 1,500, actually. So, we're going to try one more time, just because I think you might be able to hold down for a rapid shot, but we're going to find that out. Oh, no, it's not a rapid shot. It's just an automatic, like, it's going over and over. It's actually, it might be slower. Some games, when you hold down the button, it's like a nice shot. Some games, it's, a little bit slower. So right now I'm just holding down the button, just I thought it might have been a rapid fire. It was probably a rapid fire because when you shoot, like in most shooters, when you hit an enemy, you get to shoot another shot faster or sooner. So like if I hit this guy, I don't have to wait as long to shoot another shot. But if I'm button mashing, that's as fast as I can go for the shooting. And that's not very fast compared to most shooter games. But if I hold it down, it's about that fast. So it's actually like, there's no point in button mashing really, unless you really want to, or if you just want to do a single shot. So I just wanted to test that out real quick and let you know, because it's always something you got to play around with on shooters, or shoot 'em ups, whatever you want to call them. But these games are really fun. And in the comment section below, guys, I want to know, I know a little early for like requesting a comment, but I do want to know, before I forget, what is your favorite shooter game that is like a shoot 'em up, like this style game, not like where you're holding a gun in first person or third person. But what's your favorite shoot 'em up shooter? And it can be retro, it can be arcade, it can be Atari 2600, it can be a new indie game, it can be one of those anime style shoot 'em ups. I have a couple of those, like Castle of Shikigami is a good one. And it could be something like Gradius, you know, R-Type, it can be a horizontal shoot 'em up shooter. And I don't really know what my favorite one is for me, if I was to answer that question for you guys. I really do like Galaga a lot, even though it's like an older and it's a really big classic one by Namco. Galaga, I actually really do like the game Galaga a lot. On the 3DS, there was a Galaga collection that I got. It was Galaga and Pac-Man. And it came with like some really interesting Galaga games. I think it might have been on the 360 on the arcade originally, but it's also on the 3DS collection. And it's like a Galaga where there's like a ton of enemies. Like they really updated it. It's kind of like Pac-Man Championship or Tournament Edition or whatever, like the new Pac-Man. It's kind of like that, but they did it for Galaga, and that was really fun. But there is. I haven't really explored too many shoot 'em ups or shooters outside of like the Super Nintendo era. That's probably like the latest I've really been. Aside from games that I mentioned before, like Castle of Shikigami and some mini games included in other games, there was a shoot 'em up included on the game No More Heroes for Nintendo Wii. That was kind of fun. But I haven't really gotten into the shoot 'em up genre for recent consoles, or this generation, or even the last generation of consoles. Not too much. It's not that I don't like them, they seem a little more obscure, a little niche, or what's it called, like a cult game, or a little more obscure. They're more popular, it seems, in Japan. I see a lot of anime-inspired shooters and shoot-em-ups now, and that seems to be the big trend. It's either a spaceship or like an anime, like a character like a wizard or something shooting magic. So there's a lot of variety in the genre, and it's still continuing to this day, even though people tend to think of like Space Invaders when they see this, just so they think of something really old. Which I do have Space Invaders, by the way, and I have not played that yet on the Atari 2600 since I got my console very recently. And I know I'm doing a game right here, but I'm just really casually, and I'm going to close out this video really soon, so this isn't really a counting round. Probably already closed it out by now because I'm editing it. Haha! The power of editing. Okay guys, that was it for today's You Mean You Haven't Played It Yet. I definitely recommend this game. I know I'm not too good at it, but I haven't played it very much. But it's a fun game that I recommend for you guys if you have an Atari 2600. Once again, it's also on the Intellivision. I don't know which one's better or worse. And I don't know what the differences are. I'm assuming it's mostly a graphical and, of course, controller difference. And I don't know if it's ever included on any collections, once again, because it's by iMagic. And this was actually one of the first iMagic games. I believe they released 3 games for at least the Atari 2600 console when they first started. And these games are actually, from what I was reading on Atari Age, and I think Wikipedia as well, these games were known for having really colorful, bright, neonish, rainbowish graphics, and this game definitely has it. I also heard that this game is very similar to an Atari game called Phoenix, or something like a mythological creature, and it's very similar to this game, to the point where Atari actually sued them. So they sued iMagic. I believe that was Atari suing iMagic. Could be wrong on that information, but we're just going to kind of put the controller down here before I continue. And that's about it, guys. Thank you for watching. You Mean You Haven't Played It Yet? Today on Happy Beard Games, this game is once again Demon Attack. Those are demons, and they're attacking. Not to be confused with Demons to Diamonds or anything like that. But it's a fun game. I recommend it. Thank you for watching once again. Don't forget about what I said to leave in the comment. If you want to leave a comment or something else, go right ahead. But be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you have not and you like this series, and keep in mind, this is a gameplay video, but I also do reviews. So stay tuned to Happy Beard Games. Bye!